Hi, I'm Jonah,
Hi, Amanda.
and today we'll be interviewing the #1 Pikachu player in the world for Super Smash Bros. Melee, Jeffrey Axe Williamson.
So let's get started. How are you doing, Axe?
I'm doing pretty well, just
Awesome.
hanging out, doing melee stuff.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's start with our first question. Everyone practices a great deal before a tournament. How do you prepare yourself mentally and physically?
Oh, well, okay, the mental aspect's like a really big part. Like, first off, you want to practice a lot, of course, before a tournament, before any tournament. And like that practice that you do, I basically gain my confidence through my practice. So if I know that I practice a lot, then I'm like, okay, I know that I'm ready because I've spent all this time training. I know these like new techniques and stuff that I've been working on, so I feel confident. So that just practice alone already gets me in the right mindset to compete. So if I go to a tournament without practicing, then I'm just mentally not there because I'm like, okay, I haven't practiced, so I'm not sure if I'll do well. I'm not sure, and then you don't have that winning mindset, and you normally don't do well that way. So just practice, you do well. What was the second part of that question? I'm sorry.
Oh, it was just how do you prepare mentally and physically? Is there any like physical?
Physically.
Yeah.
Yes. During tournaments, this is the most important part. You want to eat healthy. What helps me is eating healthy and eating light. So generally, my go-to tournament food is Belvitas. Have you guys heard of those? Belvitas. They're basically like these little breakfast biscuit things. That's my go-to for tournament food. But just eating light and healthy, and you don't want to eat like a bunch of meat. Like this one time, I had Del Taco right before I was gonna compete, and it didn't go very well because you start feeling like all sluggish and stuff. And don't have Del Taco right before you compete.
Okay, that's your #1 tip for tournament goers. No
Yeah,
Del Taco?
you want to eat light and healthy and not have like too much like heavy foods and stuff yourself or anything like that. And it'll help you just feel more in the zone and able to focus a lot better and not feel so sluggish.
Okay, that's fair. All right, on to the next question. When you're going to like a particularly difficult matchup for a Pikachu, sorry, like a Jigglypuff or someone along those lines, what do you do to prepare for that?
You got to think about like the game as a whole and not just think about like your character versus the other character. For me, some days I work better with other characters. So against a character like Jigglypuff, I like to play pretty much all the characters in the whole game. So sometimes I'll just switch to Falco or to Young Link or something like that. So secondaries are not a bad thing. Like they've helped me a lot to advance through the bracket. Like there's a lot of times where I'll face, it's normally Jigglypuff. I don't know what it is about that character, but I'll face a Jigglypuff who ends up beating my Pikachu, and I just have a hard time. And a lot of people will tell you just stick. You can't switch from Pikachu. You got to stick to your main. Well, I'm not gonna lie that it's a lot easier if I just pick Young Link or Falco, and I normally just end up winning that way. So if you have good characters, it's fine to use your other characters that you've been practicing. That, and if you don't have any other characters, like if it's just straight up Pikachu and that's all I'm gonna do, you have to, before the match, try looking up like videos or something like that of that matchup and just like studying up, or especially against the person that you're about to play against. If there's any videos of them, like it's good to just study those kind of videos and just imagine yourself playing against that character and what you need to do. And what also helps, if you don't have anyone else to practice with, if it's just you, just beat up on a level 1 whatever you're about to fight. So like beat up on a level 1 Jigglypuff or level 1 Peach or whatever, and like get used to hitting the character, like how floated they are or how differently they like to move, and just think about fighting that character and then actually fighting that character if you have a setup to warm up with.
Okay. Sort of in the similar vein, like being a Pikachu main, there's not many of you out there. And other like top tier characters and players are able to share tech and kind of really advance the meta forward. How do you feel playing Pikachu and that you don't have that luxury of sharing tech?
It's lonely. It's a lonely life.
All right.
But it's also like kind of cool. Like I like that I'm like kind of developing the whole Pikachu metagame and stuff, and there hasn't been another top Pikachu yet, although we have a couple rising ones, like DJ Nintendo starting to play Pikachu a lot more, and we have Anther, who's also been doing super well with Pikachu. We have a new guy, there's Nair, who's an up and coming Pikachu main. We got like a couple ones coming up, but none that are like top material other than myself. And I can discuss with like these guys, like with the guys who are Pikachu mains, even though they're not super top players, they're still really good and develop Pikachu technology to where a lot of the stuff that they find out is very useful. Like they've taught me stuff that I don't know about Pikachu. Every now and then someone will just be like, hey, there's this new technique with Pikachu, just try it. And a couple years ago there was literally nothing. Like it would just be me just trying to figure out new stuff and grinding it out in one player mode or like training mode or something like that, just trying to figure out new stuff. But there's like new tech being found out recently and stuff with Pikachu, so like they do help me a lot. But not as much as other Marth mains or Sheik mains, Fox and stuff like that. I pretty much just love playing the game, so I'll just go into training mode and just try to find out new stuff, like just run around the stage or fight new characters and try to do like new techniques. I watch a lot of videos. Watching other characters helps too, because you see what they do and you're like, I wonder if Pikachu can do something kind of similar or do his own twist to it. Basically just a lot of experimenting and finding out new things that way.
Okay.
So everyone knows that you play Pikachu, of course, and what do you think sets you apart from other Melee players other than just Pikachu?
Well, I have my special ability, I'd say, is I just love to practice. Like I just love to train. So like I'll play by myself, even and just like practice, and I've become generally known as like one of the most technical players. Like meaning I can be like one of the fastest, even with like my secondary characters. I just like speed, like in the game, like just moving fast. So I practice tech skill all the time. So I'd say my speed is what sets me apart, besides just Pikachu. And I like playing the whole game, like just all the games. So I have like a ton of characters, and Pikachu is just one of them who happens to be my best for some odd reason. But he's cool. I like Pikachu. For sure. But I would say speed and of course the Pikachu, if we're talking about like in-game characteristics.
Definitely. So everyone has one of these type of moments. What's your most memorable tournament or LAN experience to date? These are the best ones.
Yes, there's a couple ones, and it's hard for me to choose between the ones. There's like two. Okay. Yeah, like two tournaments, maybe three. Ooh. No, I'd put the other two above that. All right. But can I tell you two of them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the first obvious one is Evo 2014. That's the one where I got a lot more well known, mainly for stocking Silent Wolf. I have no idea how that happened, but I'm glad that it did. It was cool. So that tournament, I felt so like on fire. I was just on point with everything. So I just did super well, and then I got that 4 stock under a minute against Silent Wolf, and like the whole crowd was crazy. And that was the first time that I've been in front of like such a large crowd, like thousands or something like that, and like just having all those people cheering for me. We have like a bunch of grown adults chanting Pikachu, which is something I never thought I'd see happen. So it was a really awesome and new experience. And then I ended up doing well versus Armada too. Like almost beat him, but not quite. Armada's amazing, so he's really hard to beat no matter what. Yeah, for sure. But I just did super well, and I was just really proud of myself that tournament. And that's when that's the first tournament I went to where I was officially sponsored. I was sponsored by Mortality at the time. And so I was just happy to like get my name out there, and that's what led me here to being on Tempostorm's team today. So that's like my whole starting point into like the whole esports world. Besides that, there's MLG Anaheim 2014. That tournament, I wished way back in the day that I could have been in an MLG tournament. And Melee was in the MLG series right before I started playing Melee competitively, so I never got the chance to go to an MLG event. So finally, my first time MLG event, like I've always wanted to go, like my whole life, finally went, and I'm like, I need to do the best at this tournament than I've ever done. This is what I want. So that's what I aim for. and I ended up doing super well. I ended up beating Mitsu King, and I ended up beating a lot of other top players, and I went to face Hungry Box, who was the one person who was like, okay, I'm not going to lose to anybody. The only people I have to worry about is just Mingo and Armada. And I think I can get past those two. And other than that, no one else is a threat. Like, that's it. So he didn't see me as like a threat at all or anything like that. So I ended up playing against them, and I ended up winning. And oh man, that was awesome. I was just so excited for winning. And then I won the most money I'd ever won at that point, like getting up to that point. So I was super excited. I ended up going to Disneyland, and it was a great day. So yeah, that was a great one. So both of those I put like really high on my list.
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of Melee and the growth of Melee, how do you think Melee being more grassroots, doesn't have Nintendo sponsorships, how do you think that it can grow to be at the point where League of Legends, Dota, CSGO is today?
Well, you see, it's pretty tough without the support from the creator of the game, like the company that released it. You know, like the other top esports, most of them have support from from their companies, but as you said, Melee is more grassroots, so the money that comes from, like, the money that goes to the tournaments is coming from other sources, from other sponsors, or just like the players themselves, or the TOs, or people that just want to put money into Melee. And it's one of the most watched esports, but one of the least paid out ones, unfortunately. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know, like, what needs to happen in order for Melee to get like more money put into it, besides more people coming into the community. Because since we've had more people come into the Melee community, there's been a lot larger payouts with Smash for sure, and also like a lot more sponsors involved, which leads to more money in the prize pool, and it's just great for everyone, really. So besides like more sponsors and stuff, I'm not too sure. I guess the more publicity that the Smash community gets, the better. But I guess it's kind of hard without Nintendo wanting to invest in it as well. And it's kind of crazy how far it's come without the help of Nintendo, trying to do all these tournaments. So I'm not sure.
Alright, that's fair.
So first question, how do you feel about Black Pikachu?
About which Pikachu?
Black Pikachu.
In
Black
20XX, the 20XX skin.
Oh, that one. It's cool. I like it. I think it's pretty awesome. I like playing with the other like skins every now and then, like when I play 20XX. So I think it's pretty dope. I give it 2 thumbs up. It's pretty cool.
Alright, so can you do your best Pikachu impression?
Oh man, you're gonna give me that one.
Oh yeah.
This is hard for me. I gotta like listen to him or something. He's like, Pika Pika. That's the best thing I can do.
Perfect.
That's all I
Perfect.
got.
I like it. Okay, so outside of Melee, do you follow any other esports?
Not really, to be honest. Like when I first started playing, Smash was all I watched. I didn't even know about other esports really until kind of recently. Like when Melee got into Evo, then I started watching like a bit of Street Fighter here and there. I'm a big fan of fighting games, so I like all the fighting games. But as far as like League and Dota, not really. I watch a bit of Hearthstone. I like Hearthstone because Temple Storm got me into it.
Okay.
I've been playing. That game's so hard, man. Oh man. Like, oh my gosh, I get so frustrated playing it. But yeah, I do watch a bit of Hearthstone, but like I don't watch it that much. I guess I'm so like Smash oriented. That's like my thing.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fair. Okay, so Pikachu has a lot of like character-specific tech. I would say, what is your favorite? Like one that people might not know.
Ooh, this one's kind of obvious if you watch, but I just love the way he sweet spots to the ledge. His quick attack is so cool.
Okay.
Like it goes far, and it's just like 2 zips that you have to like get the angles exactly right, and like just go into the edge and like that whole thing. Like it's just cool.
Yeah.
Let me think of one that I really love doing. Recently, there's T-drops, if you know about those. Those are cool. I've been playing around with that a lot. That only works in Fountain of Dreams, but it's a way to grab the ledge on Fountain of Dreams, and it's super fun to do. But Pikachu specific, he has this cool moonwalking technique that we call the U-turn.
Okay.
I don't even know if Pikachu can learn U-turn like in the Pokemon games, but U-turn, it's a Pokemon move. It's a moonwalk specific to Pikachu and Pichu, and it just looks cool. Okay. You dash one way, and then like when you're like fully running, you dash the other way, and then hold the opposite direction. And he does some crazy like long moonwalk thing that no other character can do.
Okay.
So that's a cool one. The U-turn's pretty sick.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. So I see on your Twitter you're usually wearing like a lot of hats with Pikachu on it and everything. How many Pikachu hats do you have?
I've got quite a few of them. Although I don't think I've ever bought a Pikachu hat. It's normally hats that are like at conventions and someone's just like, hey, I got you this hat because it's cool, and I'm like, sick.
Aww.
So I just wear the hats.
That's awesome.
I just think it's fun. I own, I don't know, maybe around a dozen or so. And that's like I think of it as like getting into costume when I go to tournaments. That's like a tournament thing. Like I wear the hat, I'll put the cape on if Arizona's there, and I have my jersey. I have like a costume when it comes to tournaments. But outside of that, I'm just Jeff. Jeff's my real name.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just plain me.
Okay.
All right. So we have one more really important question.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the activity. So
All right.
would you rather fight 500 mango-sized mangoes
Or one mango-sized mango?
Okay. Wait, you said one mango-sized mango?
Yeah.
or 500
Or-
mango-sized mangoes?
Or 500 mango-sized mangoes? Okay, is it like, do I have any weapons? Or is it just straight up just me?
You have a Pikachu with you.
I have, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I can't imagine Pikachu handling 500 mango-sized mangoes that well. Like, that's a lot to handle. Because you gotta worry about all of them. One of them can sneak up on you, and like, they're just too hard to contain. If there's just one mango, you have a much clearer target, even though it's like a super powerful mango. But why am I even fighting a mango? Like, does it even do anything? Like, are we talking about like just the fruit, like a mango that's the size of mango?
Yeah.
Are we?
How do I fight a fruit? That's like does it do anything? It seems more of like a delicious treat than anything. Because mangoes are pretty good. I like
think
mangoes.
What you have to do to beat the mango is finish eating all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the time span? Like, do I have, like?
As long as you need.
Before it rots, of course.
Well, you know, Pikachu needs nourishment.
True.
He's tired of the puffins. So I would definitely say the mango-sized mango, because
Okay.
that sounds pretty nice.
Sounds
I'd go
good.
with that.
Great. Okay, so we're gonna get into the activity, and it's what was it? Who's that silhouette? That's what it's called. So because you like Pikachu, it's gonna be a kind of who's that Pokemon type of thing.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna share the screen. Let me just set that up.
All right.
No. Uh-oh, why can't I see it?
Can you see anything? Oh, there
Okay,
it
there we
is.
go. Okay,
I
do you
cannot
see this?
yet. Oh wait. Yep. I see it.
All right, we're gonna start off easy. So
Okay.
do you know who this is?
That's definitely a male Pikachu.
Yep. There you
Male
go.
Pikachu.
He knows the
Wow.
genders too.
All right.
Okay.
I only know the gender of Pikachu.
All right, second one.
Okay.
Can you tell what this is?
The heck is that?
It's
I'm not
a
gonna
bit of
lie.
a trend lately.
It's not
Okay, I'm not
necessarily a
gonna
Pokemon
lie.
either.
I have no
Yeah, it
clue.
doesn't have to be Pokemon.
He looks like, he looks like some sort of mage with like a top Luigi hat putting out a breadstick. I have no
It
idea.
looks like that.
I'm gonna go with a black mage holding a breadstick.
All
Okay.
right, your answer is dabbing Squidward.
Oh, what? Dabbing Squidward? What? That's not a breadstick. All right.
That's not a
you got-
breadstick at all.
All right.
Okay, next one. Can you tell what this is?
That looks like a villain. Am I warm?
Ooh, a villain. Which villain?
He looks like it's almost anime style esque. This guy definitely plays Fox from the looks of it.
Ooh.
I think he might be onto this one.
Ooh, uh-oh.
To me, this looks like Leffen. Is this Leffen?
It is.
All right, it's totally
Hey.
Leffen. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go on to the fourth one.
Okay.
What is that?
What is that?
This
That
sounds really
looks-
hard.
That looks almost like a transgender Doug Trio. But
What?
you know,
How did you get that?
no, if I were to guess, I would probably say aloha to this Doug Trio right here.
Wow.
I can't believe that that's an actual
Whoa.
thing. Like, I just saw that yesterday.
That
And I was
awesome.
like,
Okay, I think this one's the last one. All right,
Okay.
we're gonna go on to this one. Can you tell what that is?
all right. If I were to guess this one, let's see here. I can tell that there's pizza involved. There must be pizza involved. This guy,
I think that's true.
yeah, this guy, not quite the same as the dabbing Squidward
No.
or the transgender Doug Trio. I can't believe that that's a thing.
I can't believe you got it.
Yeah, like
I
I,
know,
didn't know when
yeah.
I saw the silhouette first.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to go with Walgreens Drake.
Walgreens
how's
Drake.
that? Walgreens Drake.
Final answer?
Final answer. Walgreens
Alright.
Drake.
Final answer.
Hey!
Hey!
Walgreens Drake. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
We have one last question, and that is, do you have any goals heading into Smash Summit 3? And anything you want to say to your fans or shouts out to anyone?
My goal, pretty much every tournament, is to just do my best.
Okay.
So I want to do well, and I want to entertain people. Like, that's also my thing. I like to just be an entertainer and do cool stuff. So I want to do cool stuff, and I want to do really well, because I have to do really well in order to do cool stuff for people to see. Otherwise, I don't make it that far. So it's kind of a hard trade-off, but I want to do well. I want to do cool stuff, and I want to have fun. So I'm just excited to play.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
To your
Yeah, I just want to give a
fans.
shout out to Tempo Storm for being awesome, and to you guys for doing this interview. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And shout outs
Yeah,
to
thank you so
all
much
the
for your
fans.
time.
All right.
Of course. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Take care, guys.
Hey, I hope you guys liked that interview, and I hope you guys learned something from the best Pikachu player in the world. Don't forget to let us know in the comments who you want to see interviewed next.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, check out some of our other videos, and as always, subscribe to Akshon Esports. Thanks for watching.